Tiffany Maye is your classic girl next door kind of girl. A sweet girl who gets along with everyone. She's nice, kind, smart, and as cute as a button. Or is she? Looking deeper into who Tiffany is as a person, I've discovered that there's a lot more to her than what meets the eye. She's more than just your small town girl living in a lonely world. In this video, I'll strip down Tiffany's character and expose just what kind of girl she really is, and who she really is may surprise you. Tiffany is a lot more shallow than she seems. This can be seen pretty clearly when she asks the player if they would date an unattractive girl if they liked her as a person. If the player says no, she agrees and jokingly asks if both the player and her are horrible people. Haha, hee hee. Now, this isn't too extreme. A lot of people need to be actually attracted to their partner to be in a relationship with them, but this comment is just the tip of the iceberg that is Tiffany. Now, if you know Tiffany, then you know that she hates her mother, Jessie. Jessie smokes and was a fairly unsatisfactory mother towards Tiffany, so when Tiffany asks the player about family and smokers, she only wants to hear the player say that they hate both of them. Tiffany wanting the player to hate family and smokers just because her own mother was shit is pretty shallow. Tiffany also asks the player what their first kiss was like, and if they don't say that they were as sloppy as a first grader with finger paint, then Tiffany will give them the stink eye. The fuck, Tiffany? What's with these very specific standards for everything? Think you're so high in money that you deserve your own perfect match or something? Pretty shallow if you ask me. Now, your experienced veteran of HuniePop may say that they know all of these things, and they know that Tiffany is a little shallow. They're right. It's not too hard to figure out these little flaws of Tiffany on your own. However, I've discovered even more things. Things that I've seen literally nobody talk about or even acknowledge. This is new information that I've discovered, so be prepared for what you're about to see as I show you the dark side of Tiffany Maye. Starting off with a fairly obvious one, if the player plays on the Jew difficulty, then when giving her gifts, Tiffany will sometimes say, "It must have been hard for you to part with your shekels." Kind of anti-Semitic, but there's more. If you match a pair of broken hearts as Tiffany while playing on the Jew difficulty, she'll sometimes say, "God, you're such a fucking Jew," which is interesting, to say the least. Another thing is that if you play on the black difficulty, the option to date Tiffany isn't even available. Neither is the option to talk with her or give her gifts or anything else, really. In fact, if you try to visit Tiffany on the black difficulty, you end up in jail. On the other hand, if you play well on the white difficulty, then you can have sex with Tiffany straight away, and she'll have different dialogue from the Jew or black difficulty. Yeah, I just think that an ego should keep to themselves. So, I've been thinking, and I don't think Hitler was all that bad. You know, if the Jews weren't in charge, we'd be living in a much better America. Something interesting to note is that these things only occur with Tiffany. Every other girl is okay with you being black or Jewish. Except Momo, but we're not talking about her today. Now, Tiffany's homeworld is apparently America, but she seems to have a lot of German heritage in her bloodline. Tiffany's mother, Jessie, has a distinct German accent. Nein, 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 nein! And wears German clothing. Furthermore, Tiffany has blonde hair with blue eyes, a long-time favorite combination of hair and eye color in Germany. However, the really interesting thing occurs during sex with Tiffany. One frame before Tiffany fully appears on screen for the minigame, you can see this. Don't know what it is? Me neither, let's move on. What about Tiffany's signature catchphrase?
What's shaking, bacon?
If we slow down the audio by 5,318,008% and then reverse it and run it through an English to German translator, we find out what she's really saying.
Heil das Führer.
Looking through all the evidence, could this mean that Tiffany is secretly a Nazi? No, that's stupid. It's much worse than that. If you give Tiffany's panties to Kiyu, she will reveal that Tiffany was actually born in a laboratory. Strange, to say the least. Additionally, looking through the files of the digital art collection for the game, we can find a prototype girl named Jessica. Now, at first glance, it doesn't seem like much, but if you put all the pieces together, you find something disturbing. All of the discrimination to minorities, the German blood, the hidden meaning behind the catchphrase, the laboratory and the prototype girl, it all makes sense. Tiffany is Adolf Hitler. Born in a laboratory using Hitler's sperm that was stored in the German vaults, German Nazi scientists tried to create the perfect female clone of Hitler using Jessie as a vessel for the clone so that Hitler may live on forever. However, after many failures such as Jessica, Tiffany was finally created as the pinnacle of cloning technology, paralleling Hitler's traits, memories, and abilities 1-to-1. Tiffany Maye is Adolf Hitler.